everybody. Happy Easter.
Hey there. Happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Hey, y'all. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Savvy. Happy Easter. I'm Pastor Scott, and I am so pumped for what's about to happen. It's Easter Jam. When I say Easter, you say jam. Ready? Easter. 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 Man, that was awesome. Today is Easter, and that in itself is amazing. But on top of that, you and you and you are all out there with us today, and that makes this even more specialific. We've been doing a lot of cool things for you kids and families all this past week, and we know that you've had a good time. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about our Easter challenges every day. So they were awesome, and check out some of these pictures from our Easter challenges. Weren't those cool pictures? Man, I really love some of those. Those were great. Very Eastery and all really good work by all of you. I'm so proud at everything that you did. And thanks to the parents who helped out those little ones with all of that stuff. Now, before we get started today with Easter Jam, there's one thing that you need to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family. That's right. So if you're a teenager, this is for you. College student? Yep, you too. And if you're a younger kid, get ready. We're about to have some serious fun, and we need you to lead the way. Adults, buckle up. This is Easter like you've never done it before. No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you. The only way not to have fun is to not participate. So look around right there where you are. Is there anybody in the family missing? If so, go ahead and hit pause and go get them, because we're getting ready to start Easter Jam in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
All right, neat. Now that everybody is in the room, who's ready for a game? Let me hear you. I knew you would be. You're always so ready to play. Right now, right here, we're about to have some fun. Listen, a couple of things you're going to need to play this game. Number one is a laundry basket or a large box or something that you have there around the house that you can throw some socks into. That's right, I said socks. Oh, and you're going to need a lot of socks. Now, they can be clean socks or they can be dirty socks. It doesn't matter as long as they have a match. So what I want you to do is press pause, go grab your laundry basket and as many pairs of socks as you could find, and then come back and I'll explain the rest. Ready? Go. All right, have you got your baskets and your socks? Great! Now choose 2 people to play. You'll also need 2 people to be scorekeepers. I think I'd pick the older ones who can count to be scorekeepers, but that's just me. Now, to get started, I need you to dump all the socks on one side of the room. And don't worry, those socks are going to make their way back to the basket really soon. Then, place the basket on the other side of the room. And when I say go, players will grab a sock and go through the pile to find the matching sock. Then, all I need you to do is roll the socks together so that they're kind of like a ball or a Easter egg, and then toss, whoop, your socks across the room into your laundry Easter basket. That's all there is to it. The player with the most socks in the basket at the end of the 60 seconds wins. If you don't have a scorekeeper to help you count, you'll have to keep up with your score on your own. That means everybody's on the honor system. Parents, I'm looking at you. Okay, if needed, press pause now to get everything and everyone in position for the game, and I'll wait right here. Is everybody ready? Great! We're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock. This Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1, and go! Okay, families, that was awesome. Who won? I want to see your hand. Way to go. Great job. That was wild. Listen, whoever won gets socks. Just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won the challenge today gets a special treat. Maybe they get an extra helping of dessert at lunch or dinner today. I think that would be great. Well, I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today, we're going to talk about what makes this day more special than any other day and makes today a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you right now. And to make that happen, you have a few options. I need you to pause this video and pick one of the challenges that's about to appear on the screen and wish all of your peeps a happy Easter. All right, that was great. How many of you ran outside and yelled Happy Easter? I knew you would. I knew you would. That would probably be your favorite one. I just got like 9 text messages from our production crew. Thanks, guys. Well, even though we're celebrating Easter a little differently than we maybe normally would, it's okay. Easter is still happy. And though it's not just because Easter is rolled up in Easter baskets or rolled up dirty socks or even chocolate bunnies, those things are awesome for sure, but Easter is happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the very first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. It's so simple that it can be told with laundry. Take a look.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and his disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with his friends, he told them that he would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow. I hear that story every Easter, and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. Let me give you some examples. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't we take a few minutes and add to this list of things that we can do because Jesus is alive? Answer this question together as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can blank because Jesus is alive. Pause the video right now and discuss that right there where you are. And when you're finished, meet me right back here. awesome. I love conversation like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me trust Him with what's going on in my life right now. I hope that's true for you too. And I hope that you spend the rest of today making happy memories with your family. To get you started, here's one last challenge. For this one, you'll need to decide who's the technology genius at your house. Maybe it's a step-parent. Maybe it's your aunt. Or maybe it's an 8th grader. Either way, decide who that person is right now. Have you got it? Super. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up or you could be in your PJs. It can be totally normal with everyone posed and smiling faces, or it could be one of those silly ones. You could even turn on a filter and give yourself bunny ears. No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Make it great. Then, as soon as you're done watching this video, share it to social media. We would like for you to post your family picture in the comments of this video right here, right below. Maybe now, more than ever, this is the time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope He gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
Day in history, death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away.
It's been so much fun hanging out with all of you today for Easter Jam. I mean, we played a game, we watched a story, and we handled dirty socks. How could it be more fun? What I really enjoyed most was knowing that even though we couldn't be together today like we normally would be, we all learned what Easter is really about. Jesus is alive. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go get me some sidewalk chalk, and I'm going to go put that on the end of my driveway, right out in the road for everybody to see. Jesus is alive. We need to tell everybody everywhere that Jesus is alive today on Easter. Until next time, we love you guys and happy Easter.